that you got to pay for that you don't want to pay for. So that's why, no, critical race theory. In other words, don't tell the truth about what your snagger-tooth-ass ancestors did to our people. And it wasn't that long ago either. It was not that long ago.
But his bones are full of the sin of his youth.
His bones are full of the sin of his youth. The beginnings of America. The sins of your youth. His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
Hell, go back to Esau.
Esau, hey.
Go back to Esau. Go back to the time of Jacob and Esau. Right? Esau sold his birthright for the one morsel of meat. And go up to the time of the Babylonians.
Right.
When Esau was with the Babylonians to take us down.
Right. When Esau was there on the side and they see an Israelite run, they'll run and grab him and bring him to the Babylonians.
That's right.
Look, we found one right here. Here go one.
Yeah. Yep. They helped us to take us down.
That's right.
Go to the time of Antiochus.
Oh, boy.
Epiphanes. All right. The Ptolemies and all them guys.
Took away the daily sacrifice.
Alexander the Greek on down. To the time of the Romans. How they put the men, the worshipers of Yahweh Shai into the what you call that? The
arenas.
The arenas.
Yeah, and had
fight lions.
Had to fight the lions and all that. How you robbed the temple and you used the goodly things from the temple as the financing to build the Colosseum.
There you go.
Then you took Jake.
They go, see, this thing is big, man.
You took Jakes, the Jakes that you put in slavery after you burned down the city of Jerusalem, the Jakes that you did capture, that you put in slavery and sold in the slave markets in Rome, they were used to actually build the Roman Colosseum with the money that was just stolen from our temple. You sold Jakes in the slave markets in Rome. You took Jakes and sent them and put them in the arenas to go fight lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. That's what you did. Hey, Shalom, Elder Ayathan Yahbashim Shabbat.
Hey, Shalom, Yahbashim Shabbat.
Yeah, he just chimed in.
Shalom, brother.
Yeah, Shalom. Hey, Slugger, man, I'm gonna stay for a little bit, but I just wanted to hop in.
You got something to say?
Yeah, I got a scripture actually.
Go right ahead.
I got a scripture, and then I don't know if it's
fighting.
Oh yeah,
it's queued up.
And if y'all don't mind, I got this picture I want to show, man.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, check this out right here. This is how they was packing Jake on the slave ships.
Yeah.
You know, right here. I mean, it shows you how because y'all was going into the slavery and how they were shipping us all over the earth. But look how they had Jake packed up in the slave ships, like straight up like cargo, on a ship, and you put them on shelves.
Yeah.
Inventory. They ship just like inventory, just like that.
Yep.
But I got a scripture, man. I want to bring the scripture up, and it's Psalms chapter 50.
I was holding it. That's a spirit. That's a spirit. That's one of the scriptures I was holding. That's a spirit.
Oh, okay. So this is Psalms 50, and it's at 21. Let me see if I can start a little earlier. Hold on. Okay, man.
Get all the meat up the bone, bro.
Yeah, con. All right, so let's start. Let's start at 16. This is Psalms chapter 50, verse 16. Hey, but it says, unto the wicked, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai says. So we all know who the wicked is. The wicked is a so-called white man, and specifically the Edomites that you read about in the Bible, right? Who have red or pale skin. They're known as the wicked. Just go to Job 9:24. It tells you clearly who the wicked are. The wicked are those that took their face and put them as the face of the Most High, the face of the angels, the face of Yahushua himself. There's only one people that did that, which is a so-called white man. Okay, now I believe I was going to the Renaissance period earlier. Bishop Towers was going into it, so that had been during the Renaissance period, right? Which took a process of time, like you were saying. So verse 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Because they go around calling themselves with the Puritans, like they're the pure ones, or calling themselves the Christians, and putting their faces on all the biblical figures. You watch all the movies. We always talk about the Ten Commandments. You got the Passion of Christ. You got all these movies where they always use a white man to play all the apostles. Now, one of the apostles were Jakes. Now, one of the disciples were Jakes. Yahushua, of course, in all those movies, where Christ was a so-called white man with a British accent. Sound like James Bond or some shit, right? So it says, but unto the wicked, Yahweh Hashem Hawashai saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Of course, they call themselves God-fearing. God bless America. When Biden gives us speeches and all the presidents, we are a God-fearing country, right? And always they call themselves white, meaning pure, not intending to harm. Like their whole imagery is like they're biblical, these pure people when they're the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
When you read about the Bible and Satan, the adversary, in the scriptures, it's talking about the Edomites, the so-called white man. It says, or thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, right? Seeing thou hatest instruction. And this goes all the way back in history to the time of Cain, right? When going back to the law of sacrifice, where Cain he strictly or blatantly disregarded the word of the Most High.
That's right.
Right.
Right? Going all the way back to Cain. Up until now, right? And then you read John 8:44. Then y'all was talking about Uncle Tom's earlier. I think he was maybe going into the Sakari, how they was going into after Edomites and Uncle Tom niggas. He was going into that history earlier. Yahushua went forward to say, you are of your father the devil, because these Uncle Tom niggas, it was following the Romans, which you got them same niggas today, including a lot of niggas that call themselves Israelites. A lot of them are nothing but agents for Esau. So the Lord was talking about them. He said, ye are of your father the devil. He was a liar from the beginning and the father of it, right? Mm-hmm. So Esau, going all the way back to Cain, he was always a liar. He always hated instructions. You see, he's got a law book. He got the Black Law Dictionary. The Black Law Dictionary is full of nothing but trickery and double words that got double meanings, quadruple meanings. The scriptures say, let your yea be yea and your nays be nays.
That's right.
Right. Then he's got his law books. When you go up in the court, he's got he makes you swear in the Bible, and then he'll pronounce a judgment on you, but that judgment is nowhere in the scriptures. It's not in the book of Deuteronomy. It's not in the book of Exodus. It's nowhere.
But they'll have you swearing on the Bible before you make a statement in the courtroom. But then they throw the Bible behind them and they bring out the United States Code and they judge you out of that instead of out of the Bible. They have you swear on the Bible, but then they bring out the penal code.
He's a hypocrite.
Yeah, because he's
their own bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? So it says, seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind me. So they completely disregard the laws of the Most High, right? The Leviticus 20:13. A man should not lay down with another man. Completely disregard that. And they just go further and they beat out. You thought the Egyptians were bad. You go in you go read up on the Egyptians. Them mofos having sex with crocodiles. That's what they were famous for. Having sex with crocodiles.
That's
the pharaohs, the pharaohs were wearing eyeliner. They do sleep with the Roman Empire, all sleeping with men. The Greeks, but Esau took that shit to a whole new level.
Yeah.
So now you could take hormone pills and literally transform into the opposite sex, even though your DNA and your genes, you're a male, but you sound like a woman. You got titties. Now you got a vagina. Now men can have babies. So they completely took the words of the Most High and just disregarded them. But then they'll call themselves, we're Christians, we're God-fearing.
Yeah.
So verse 18 says, when thou consort a thief, then thou contendest with him. Like if you go back to the Babylonians, when the Babylonians took down Israel, Esau was right there with them. When it was ransacking the temple, Esau was right there with them. Right? Yep. Matter of fact, Esau got a lot of those goods right now. If you go down in the Vatican, they got all the scrolls that they stole from the temple. They got ancient relics protected by armed guards and secret passcode and vaults with biometric scanners and all this ish. And then has been partakers with adulterers. And adulterer is what? Adulterer is really going into spiritual adultery. Now here in America, every statue they have, all the statues, all the icons, all the logos of the different businesses. Y'all was going into the big businesses earlier, the big businesses that swallowing the little businesses. All those businesses are powered by Satan. Their logos are all demonic logos, right? They all worship and push Greek gods, Roman gods, Babylonian gods. That's why this place is spiritually known as what? Sodom and Egypt, right? And then when you go into the image that Daniel saw, the image, the image was basically because America represent the bottom, the toes. Basically, literally, America is upholding all the previous kingdoms, all their wickedness,
right.
all their idols, everything.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
10 toes of miry clay.
The miry clay, Khan. So they have been partakers with adulterers. Verse 19, thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Going into what? Their laws, right? Yep. Their unrighteous decrees. And the way they try to justify their wickedness. The scriptures also say, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. So they'll take something like homosexuality, and then they'll try to twist it to make it seem like it's okay, it's their feelings, they were born that way. Look at the animals, like all this bullshit to try to frame some deceit to make it, make it work, which it don't work. It's backwards. It says
it's wicked.
Yeah, it's backwards, wicked, right? And verse 20 says, thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. So at the same time, right, it says that the righteous is more, how's it go? Right?
Excellent than his neighbor.
Say it, slack it.
The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. And then it says, but the ways of the wicked seduceth him. So Esau will create all these programs to lure Jacob and put them in positions where they got to rob and steal from each other, right? And then they'll turn around and pray to the Most High and say, see, look what your people are doing, right? They're robbing, they're stealing, they're doing this, they're doing that, slandering Jake, right? They create the conditions and then they slander Jake, right? So it says, verse 21, these things thou hast done and I kept silence. So here it is, we in 2022, we in 2022 right now. Summer's almost done. We approaching 2023, and here it is. It seems like the Most High hasn't punished Esau yet, but what does the scripture say? That the Most High is long suffering, right? And he's got to build, Romans 9, he's got to build Esau to such a level that he has to justify his end result, which is he's going to totally demolish the name. There's not going to be, you read the book of Obadiah, there's not going to be one person on the earth with the last name of an Edomite or of the Edomite nation after the period of 1,000 years after they build up a kingdom. So the Most High has got to build him up to such a level in his mind, the Lord is with us, we getting away with this shit. But little do they know, that's why it's good to say the pride have deceived thee. The Most High is building up to such a level to where he's gonna completely wipe them out to where there's not one Edomite left on the planet Earth. Right? So it says, these things have I done, has thou done, and I kept silence. But what does it say in Amos? It says, the eyes of the Lord God are upon a sinful kingdom, and he will wipe it off the face of the earth. So the Most High is watching and recording everything you're doing on a day by day. The scriptures also say this, as the Most High judges is angry with the wicked every day. So he's watching, he's not missing a beat. Okay. So it says, thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. So this is how much they pride have deceived them. They think the Most High is with everything that they're doing, because the Most High then, I remember I read this account years ago, man. It was so long ago, and I wish I had screenshotted it or whatever. But they said that when Esau went into West Africa and started a Atlantic slave trade, they took a little bit of slaves first. They didn't start the blow. They just did a little bit because they wanted to see if the Most High was going to do something. And they shipped off a few, and they was like looking, okay, nothing happened. So boom, then they started shipping the slaves, like the bulk. Mm-hmm. So they think the Most High they really think the Most High is with them. You see?
Right.
And it says, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. In other words, what's that? Isaiah 14, I will yet choose Israel. So out of all this, the Most High said, but because going back to Romans, the 7th chapter, that the Most High reserved 7,000 men that will not bow down to the image of Baal. So the Most High reserved a certain number of men, the elect, right? And the Most High he's seeing it right now. Revelation 11, they fell with great fear because they saw the elect standing upon their feet. Now we're standing up upon our feet. What does that mean? We're not calling ourselves Negroes anymore, or Puerto Ricans, or Haitians, or Jamaicans. In other words, we're raising up in the spirit, and we're saying we're the Israelites. We're Yasharallah, the prince of the power. You know how powerful that is to know that you're a son of the Most High, the living power, right? So, of course, they're going to be afraid. And then the Most High raise us, put us on our feet, and put us on such a spiritual strength that we cursing these devils out to their face. Right now on the YouTube live stream, we're cursing them out.
Yep.
You know? So they back, they don't know what the hell to do. You know, then you got more Jakes waking up. And it's like the more they put the algorithm out there to stop us, the more the word is spreading. And the more Jakes are popping up on the corners.
Yep. Yeah, it's just like the more that they try to afflict us, the more we just kept how would you say reproducing. Like in ancient Egypt.
Like
in ancient Egypt, the more that they afflicted us, the more that we just kept reproducing. It was nothing that the ancient Egyptians could do to stop Israel from growing. The more that they afflicted us, the more that we just kept reproducing.
What the most successful thing they came up with was what? So far, the most successful thing was abortion through Margaret Sanger. Yeah, that was their most successful device that they've been able to come up with, and that ain't I mean, it put a dent, right? But Jake is still multiplying like crazy.
Yep.
But that was like their peak thing that they tried. You know what I'm saying? So there's a little bit more, right? I will approve thee and set them in order before 9 eyes. Verse 22. Now consider this, ye that forget the Most High, lest I tear you in pieces, and there be none to deliver. So the Most High's talking to Esau, right? Because he forgot. Esau acted like the Most High don't exist. Like he just running wild. You know what I'm saying? Like a little kid. You know, like what did it in a Wu-Tang song? You running wild like a child in a walker. Right. He just running wild like a child in a walker, causing all types of havoc. And he acting like there's no power out there to balance his ass, to knock him off his pedestal. But then you also got niggas that forgot the Most High. Niggas call themselves atheists. You know, the people are leaving. Jake is leaving the churches in mass numbers and going to the Satanist churches. You know, then you got Israelites that forgot the Most High is even there, and they just coming up with some crazy wild doctrines and shit. And then, you know, so the Most High is gonna remind you that he exists, and he's gonna do that. He's gonna raise up Esau, man, to put like supreme the time of Jacob trouble, where you're gonna look outside your window and the roadkill is gonna be Negroes on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like you see roadkill, you don't see Negroes on the street with horrific deaths, you know, by Esau and his army. You go in the book of Ezra to talk about how Jake, the next neighbors, I mean, they're already robbing and killing each other now. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Imagine when there's no food. Like they doing that shit right now.
Yeah.
You can still go to Stop and Shop. You can still go to Kroger's. You can still go to Bodega where they get the Black and Milds and all that shit. Mm-hmm. You can still go there and get your little, you know, your little food. Imagine when there's nothing left. They're gonna be. It's gonna be extreme. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know a lot of these niggas and niggettes are
sticks in there.
Them Spicks too. Them Spicks and them Uncle Tomahawks. A lot of them are a bunch of goddamn drug addicts, and they can't get they fix, like you said, to go to the store and get them a blueberry blunt. Go and get them a blunt and a pack of cigarettes at the store. Go and get them a blunt and a pack of cigarettes at the store. You ain't gonna be able to go and get nothing. A lot of you are gonna be going through withdrawal. Mm-hmm. A lot of you are on these crazy ass weed combinations that they make at them weed stores. A lot of you are on these different hallucinogenic drugs, shrooms, popping mescalines and all this other shit. A lot of you into smoking dust, and when you shooting dope in your veins, and when you're unable to get that stuff, boy, you're gonna be going through drug withdrawal. You're gonna be going through withdrawal, and you ain't gonna have no food to eat at the same time.
And then you know what, as well, Bishop was just as bad is a lot of these Jakes, mostly the nigga woman, they on prescription medicines.
Oh yeah,
a lot of them are depressed. A lot of them are depressed. A lot of them got split and multiple personalities and shit.
Yep.
So with all this shit and all this stress going on outside, and they don't have access to medicine. Man, what do you think is gonna happen? I mean, niggas gonna start bugging out, going crazy. I mean, you got niggas on right now that are drug addicts, and we see them when we go on the camps. They talking. Who the fuck know who they talking to? Yeah. They having a conversation with demons and shit. Like, fuck you, motherfucker. Nah, fuck you. Like, imagine when shit gets bad and all these niggas is loose. Then you gotta remember they're gonna let niggas out the prison system. It's gonna be fucking crazy, man. So
people being loose out of the crazy house, like in Batman, Arkham Asylum, right? When they unleashed that toxin, what happened? Everybody in Arkham Asylum got loose and was roaming the streets, attacking people. Even the people in the that are locked away because they're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, they're gonna be free and gonna be out there roaming in the streets. It's gonna be complete, utter chaos. It's gonna be demon night. They're gonna be on demon time all the time.
And certain places are starting to feel that already. Look at New York City. Remember, they were letting them dudes out of jail, but and you see how the crime has went through the roof.
Crime is going through the roof.
And then they're arguing. They gotta start. Dudes are getting locked up for like some heinous shit, and then tomorrow they're letting them right back out.
Man,
so
I'm Slugger. I'm gonna read the rest of this, but I want to say this. I don't want to ramble too much. But what they doing, man, what Esau is doing, and he's doing in steps. He's just stepping up. What they call it? It's called stress testing. They do use that in like computer, all types of situations. They stress test, see how far they could push something before it snaps.
Before it snaps, right?
Before it snaps. So they doing stress tests, like you saw when they were doing a C-19 with the measures. Right. They would ramp it up. You know, like when you're real efficient, you pull it, then you gotta let it swim a little bit, then you pull it back, then you let it. You gotta tire it out. You can't just yank this shit. So what they doing is they reeling in Jake and they letting him have a little freedom. They letting the stress build up and build up and build up, and then they gonna drop something. Whether it's the blackout, because they talking about blackouts this summer. Imagine after all this shit, the past 2 years was been going on, and there's one hot ass summer day, and they just cut the power.
Yep.
Yo.
Which they're gonna do.
Yep. Jake is gonna go fucking bonkers. I remember, what was that, like 10 years ago? Maybe longer than that. 15 when the power went out.
That was 2003.
2003. Jake went nuts then. So imagine now after all this shit that's been built up, man. So I'm gonna go back to this in Psalms 50, verse 22. It says, "Now consider this, ye that forget the Most High." So you that forgot the Most High, that's what you got to look forward to. That goes back to Luke 6:25. Woe to them that laugh now, because here we did is this is not the first time we've been warning Jake about what we're talking about now. We've been doing it since our elders been doing it, apostles, But what they do, they laugh. Ho ho ho! That's never gonna happen. Call us conspiracy nuts. I haven't heard nobody say that in a minute. I mean, where all y'all at? Are we still conspiracy nuts? But the scriptures say, "Woe to them that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep." So that's what's about to happen, because everything we're talking about is in the scriptures. It says, "Now consider this, ye that forget the Most High, lest I tear you into pieces, and there be none to deliver." Verse 23. "Whoso offers praise glorifieth me." And that's what we're supposed to be doing to the best of our ability, is glorifying, praising the Most High. And how do you praise the Most High? Not just by lip service, is by work. They always say actions speak louder than work. The scriptures say what? Faith without works is dead. Yep. So you praise the Most High by what? The sacrifice of your lips and by pushing that plow. So just doing the work. You know what I'm saying? all you brothers on the live stream, watch this. We got 73 people at least. You know, they always play with the numbers. Man, all y'all should have a channel. All of you should be having a channel and doing videos out there speaking. Do whatever you got to do to push the word. All of you. You know. So it says, "Whoso offereth praise glorifieth me, and to him that ordereth his conversation aright." Aren't we having a right conversation right now? That's what we're doing.
Yep.
And to him that ordereth his conversation aright, will I show the salvation of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know? So that's the end of that, Psalms 50.
All right, cut. So this is Job 20 and 11. His bones are full of the sins of his youth.
Right. His bones are full of the sins of his youth. So again, I was going into critical race theory. That goes into the sins of your youth. And you don't want to hear it. In other words, what you're saying is, later for that, we don't want to hear, we don't want to hear your plight. But when something happens to you, you want everybody to feel your pain. Fuck you in your pain.
Which shall lie down with him in the dust.
Your sins of your youth are going to lie down with you in the dust. Because you owe a debt. You owe a debt and you're going to pay that debt. You're not getting away with what you did to us. You're not sliding off for what you did to us. And the other nations too. You other nations, you damn heathen who are drunken with the wine of the wrath of her fornication, you're going to get it too. The so-called white man, the Hamites, which are the Africans, and them damn Arabs. Them three, that's the trifecta. Them three right there. You three are the top three that we're gonna break off foots in your you know what. You're the top three. You're the top three of all the nations out there that we're gonna break off foots in you. We're gonna put foots in you, so to speak.
Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his read that again. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth.
Right, wickedness is sweet in your mouth. It's real. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's sweet in your mouth to say that being a homo is right.
Yeah.
Being a lesbian is righteous. Having abortion is totally righteous. Right?
To sit there and
the Elise is playing with you idiots right now. Oh, we're gonna take abortion away. Which we know damn well they don't want to do that. They just do that to fuck with you people. Or you sort of rage on all you women and all you, and even the dudes out there.
All of you damn hoes.
All you hoes and all that rage.
And you hoes, you got rage. It's my body, my choice. Well, motherfucker, guess what? It's my money, my choice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you can sit there and physically kill a baby, then I could sit there and financially abort a child. If you can fit there and physically abort a baby, you bitches ain't shit. I'm gonna just call it just like that. I'm not gonna be politically correct about it. You hoes ain't shit. Okay? And you talk about a man being a deadbeat. You're the biggest fucking deadbeats out there. Especially among the nation of Israel. Especially among the Negro tribes. You'll sit here and have a baby and you'll dump the baby off on Big Mama, send the baby down south to Big Mama or to your auntie down south, or your Big Mama or auntie up here up north will take the baby. And then you'll go out there and screw around with another nigga and have a baby with another nigga. And you won't take care of the babies that you already got. But you steady looking at the man, calling the man a deadbeat. Calling the man a deadbeat, and you women are the biggest fucking deadbeats out there.
You're murderers.
You're murdering, child murderers. You've murdered more children than motherfucking Jason, Michael Myers, and Freddy Krueger combined.
Yeah. So when the Most High, that angel of death comes for your ass, what are you gonna say? You got 5 or 6 bodies on you, children that you killed.
That's right.
You know, you got some women out there, the abortion clinic, turn them down.
Yeah,
because they had so many abortions, they had to turn them down. So don't be surprised, you know, that when the angel of death comes for you, and Esau is going to get it as well, because this is why these women have no accountability, because there's always a loophole in the system for your bullshit, whether you're an adulterer, whether you got a nigga put to death because he hurt your feelings, so you called your cousin to shoot the nigga up.
Yeah.
Whether you got drunk and shit, or you the nigga, the drug dealer, he's a deadbeat. He already got 6 baby mamas and he don't take care of none of them kids, but he's a top nigga that everybody, all the hoes want to throw pussy at, so I'm gonna get this nigga some. Then you get pregnant, but then you go to abortion clinic because you don't want to take accountability for your whorish fucking ways.
Right.
But this is why Esau, the man, he got to go down as well.
Yeah. Or better yet, like you said Esau got to go down, or this whore bitch that you're talking about, she gets pregnant by the drug dealer motherfucker in the street, but then she goes and she puts the baby on another dude because that dude is stable and is he got a check coming every week. So she lied to this dude and say it's his, and this dumbass signs the birth certificate. But then when he comes to find out a year or two later that the baby's not his, Esau got provisions in the law that say if you don't test the paternity in the first year that the child was born, year 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, whatever, you find out that the baby's not yours, you still have to be legally the father and have to pay child support for that little bastard that ain't yours, even though the paternity test says it's not yours, because you didn't test the paternity in the first year that the child was born.
It goes back to the scripture, woe to you that decree unrighteous decree.
Right.
The devil got to go.
That's what these devils do.
So back in the scripture, it is Job 20 and 12. That's a part of his wickedness.
Yep.
It's as though wickedness be sweet in his mouth.
So that's wickedness being sweet in his mouth. They set up loopholes for these demons, these demonic holes to get out of. It's sweet in their mouth to do it. Because really it's all about getting at the Jake man. It's all designed that the Gardenian Pact, that the fulfillment of it is right now as we speak. The whole thing is to get at the Jake man. Is going after the Jake man. It's another way to go after the Jake man and tax your income. It's another tax on your income. Go ahead.
Though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, his wickedness, right?
Yep.
You don't spare it. He hides it under his tongue, meaning what? He don't come straight. He come up. Like it says in Psalms. The words of his mouth are
smoother than butter. But war was in his heart.
War was in his heart, right? So it says, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of ass within him. But gall of ass is what? The gall of snakes.
Yep, the poison or the gall of a snake.
The so-called white man's a fucking, that's why, hey, in the garden, he's known as what? The serpent.
The serpent.
All right? The liar, the devil.
Yep.
The wicked. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again.
Right. They've swallowed down riches. The brother went into how during the time of the Babylonians, during the time of different kingdoms, when Jake got robbed, Esau has a lot of that stuff. They got it hoarded. They got that stuff hoarded sitting to the side. Right? He's going to vomit these riches up. These things that he has set to the side, that they got sitting in the cut, these things that you can't get access to, those things are going to be vomited up.
That's right. And when you vomit, that's a violent act. Like when you're vomiting,
yep,
you have no control over your body. Your body's just, you feel your stomach pushing it
out.
Tightening it up.
Yep.
So I mean, the Lord you're going to lose everything violently.
Yep.
What's that in what's that Revelation 18? Thus with violence
shall the great city Babylon be thrown down.
You're gonna be Esau, you're gonna be thrown down with violence, man.
They're gonna be
and you're gonna give up everything you stole is gonna be taken away from you violently.
Yeah.
They're gonna be forced to.
It's gonna be like a force. It's gonna be a forced Heimlich maneuver on them.
That's right.
Yeah, because when you vomit, that's involuntary. Like when you get drunk and shit and you start vomiting, that's involuntary.
Exactly. That's right.
Yep.
It says, the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asps. The viper's tongue shall slay him. All right, so about Esau.
Yep.
All right. He shall not see rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. In other words, you ain't gonna be in a rulership.
Nope.
You're not gonna have the whole world in your head.
It ain't gonna be smooth and it ain't gonna be sweet no more. No honey,
Like right now,
no honey, no butter.
Like I just said earlier, I was driving over here. I had to drive through the nice zone.
Right, the nice zone.
On my way to the hood. They're living in honey and butter right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got to worry about listening to some fucking what do you call them shit? The ATV.
Yeah. Niggas running through these
ass niggas and sticks riding them damn bikes.
Yep.
Causing havoc on the streets. They got to worry about that shit.
Damn, they're causing people to crash their cars.
Matter of fact, the little hunkies that got them little motorbikes, they know where to bring them.
They go on the trail.
They go on the trail.
Yeah.
Way far away from the road. But not a nigga. Because a nigga can't spell trail. Oh, I'm going to ride on the main highway. I'm going to go on the main road.
Yeah, on the highway, down the main road.
Papa Willie. And if you notice, them dudes don't ride into the fucking suburbs is right there.
Yeah.
How can they don't get a little train of theirs and go through them rich areas and ride through there? Because they know what will happen. All right? No, they'll stay right there in the hood and cause havoc. Stop traffic. But anyway, back here, it's like here. Let me get the rails a little bit here. It says, verse 17, Job 20 and 17. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and he shall not swallow it down. So he's going to give back everything.
That's
all
right.
those riches.
Damn, boy. Woo.
Everything.
According to his substance shall the restitution be.
Right.
See,
Look at that. According to his substance shall the restitution be.
And
all the substance,
yeah.
all the substance that you got is going to be, the restitution is going to be all given back.
Yeah, so fuck a reparation. This restitution right here sounds greater.
Yeah. And you yourself, your mama, your auntie, your grandmama, your cousin, your uncle, your father, your sister, your brother, your niece, you're going to be a part of that restitution too. It's not just going to be in goods and in gold and silver.
It's going to be yourself.
It's going to be you too. You're going to be a part of that restitution.
Yourselves.
You damn devils, you're going to be a part of the restitution.
We're going to put you right into slavery.
Yes.
And you're going to get double what you gave us. I think you got something to say there?
No, I got a Kumo D spirit for a minute. How you like me now?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
No, I do got something.
Bring it on out.
Psalms 2, and I'll read verse 7, right? It says, I will declare the decree. The Lord has said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Right? Ask of me, and now this is to the Yahweh Shai. This is Yahweh Shai's inheritance. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance.
Look at that.
The uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Now, if I could say this, now we're joint heirs, right? As a royalty, especially royalty, a principal, you got slaves. Slaves come with that. It's like when you buy a car, you got the base. There's certain thing that just comes with it. You know what I'm saying? You just assume it comes with it. Shit comes with 4 tires, steering wheel. As a king, you get slaves, right? Now think about in slavery. When we were in slavery, when these Edomites, when they had a son or a daughter, they had a slave waiting for them that was with them,
right,
hand and foot, right, hand and foot. They had 1 or 2, 3, 4 slaves.
That's right.
How rich the master was, that was already assigned to them from the day they were born. So in our kingdom, well, that goes Isaiah 60 goes into that, right? That they're gonna be carrying our sons and daughters, right? These these other nations, Esau. And I don't even think Esau is going to be allowed anywhere near our kids, our children, Slakia, you know, because they just going to be doing, well, at least for me, they just going to be doing hardcore labor. I don't want them near any of my children. Huh?
They ain't going to be around us unless only for when we kicking their ass and busting them up.
Yeah.
They're going to
be because the scriptures call them the border of wickedness. So they're not going to be nowhere near. They're defiled. They're the lowest base.
That's right.
They're going to be doing the dirtiest shit. You know how they got Jake doing the most lowest job?
Right.
They're gonna be doing the lowest, most deadly jobs. And remember, remember that labor ready? You had to sign them forms. You gotta agree to work for them, but if my arm gets chopped off, it's all right. If I lose my head, you gotta sign all these papers because they're deadly ass jobs. So we have Esau working these deadly ass jobs, you know, climbing up cliffs and digging out shit out caves with no line in case they fall. like
Yeah.
all types of shit, you know. And then we have the other nations as overseers over them, you know. So they're gonna be the overseers, and the nation gonna be beating the shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be beat because when you read the book of Habakkuk, it says them that rule the nations with a continual stroke.
Right.
Esau put hell on the whole planet. Then we gotta have them working out there in the wilderness with the animals and shit. The animals got major beef with Esau. I mean, the Most High is gonna put everybody in remembrance how Esau did them dirty.
Yep.
You know, so it ain't gonna be pretty for Esau. So I'm gonna read this again. It says Psalms 2:8. It says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession." So we're gonna have the best parts of the earth, the best parts of the universe, actually, because we're gonna have the whole universe. Everything that Esau can only see through his telescopes, the Hubble telescopes, and all that, because he's allowed to see the Most High allows him to see the black holes and the portal holes, and he got the CERN system where he could get like a little bit close, but he can't get there. All the shit that he was able to see but not touch, the Most High, we're gonna have full access to all that stuff.
Yep.
You know, warp portal holes. You know, when you play Mario Brothers, you had the warp holes. You go in, doom, 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 and you pop out somewhere else. We gonna have access to all that stuff, man.
Yep.
Right. And then verse 9 says, "Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron." And you can link this with Revelation, the 2nd chapter. I think starting at the 25th verse. So we're gonna have iron scepters, and we're gonna be putting them to use. We're gonna be bashing them. They're gonna be heavy scepters too, man. When you go into these old museums, and they have like the old swords and shit from like William Wallace, and they show you the doors. The doors be like 10 feet tall, and these swords that they would hold with one hand. These mother effers be like what 200-300 pounds. So because we was much bigger back in the day. So imagine an iron scepter, how heavy and how big that joint's gonna be. Imagine you just bashing a heathen with it. The scriptures say what? They're gonna break into vessel. It says it right here. "Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel."
Shall they be broken to pieces, right?
You know? So that's it on that.
Yeah, we're gonna finish up here. This is Job 20:18. It says, "That which he laboreth for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he buildeth not."
Right. He hath oppressed and taken the poor, and he hath violently taken a house which he buildeth not.
America.
Like America.
The whole Western world.
Yeah.
Remember Marco Richard?
You know? I mean, United States, the islands, the South America, Central America, North is Canada, Alaska.
Yep.
All right. He took it violently.
That's right.
A house that he buildeth not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Right. He's not going to feel quietness in his belly.
In other words, there's going to be no safety for you.
And they're feeling that right now. That's why they keep talking about critical race theory. In other words, don't tell me about the truth about what my ancestors did to your ancestors. That's critical race theory. They don't want to feel the guilt for what their foreparents did. And it wasn't that long ago. Again, like I said, because they're gonna see their grandfathers, their great grandfathers and great grandmothers and great uncles and great aunts. That's who they're gonna see. And they don't want to see that. Because that means you gotta pay.
That's right.
You gotta pay. And they're doing everything that they can to avoid paying for the shit that they've done.
Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. Right? What you're desiring right now, your elite, the new world order.
That's right.
It ain't gonna come into fruition. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. Right? You ain't gonna be the big captain on the ship no more, man.
Nope.
To where the whole world has to come. Hell, this whole thing with this formula, this baby formula shortage.
Okay.
America was always big and bad. They were the ones giving to all these nations that were hungry. Now they got to accept formula from overseas. All right. That should tell you something, man.
Yeah.
Was not America known as the land of plenty? But now they got to get that. Now they got a formula shortage. They got to get it from other countries.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it came in from Germany, right?
Yeah, you got the article.
Wasn't Germany one of the places where?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean, if you got the article, it tells you. I know they were getting it from overseas because they just landed one of them warplanes full of them in Indiana, and they said they only have enough to feed 18,000. Wait a minute, what about the other the millions of people that ain't got no baby food? So that's gonna cause that's a crisis in itself.
Yeah, damn sure is.
You know, babies will be hungry. And they tell you don't mix your baby. Don't go on YouTube to figure out how to make baby food because it might kill your baby.
Yeah.
So this place is this man and his kingdom is in straits right now. But anyway, back here it says, all right, there shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
In difficulty. In the fullness of
America's in straits right now.
Yeah, America's in straits right now, even though it's self-inflicted. But in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. In the fullness of him setting up his new world order. In other words, it's going to be straits that he can't control.
And
see, what's going on right now?
And by the way, the word straight means what? A position of difficulty.
Position of difficulty. See, they're doing this on purpose. They're holding back the formula from getting into the stores. They're holding back the food supply from getting into the stores. They're doing that. But there's going to be things that's going to be happening that's out of their control. Which right. It's going to be the Most High that's doing it.
That's right. Well, really, what they're doing, that's the Most High.
Really, it is the Lord using.
All things
they're the left hand. They're the left hand of the Heavenly Father.
It's so-called self-inflicted, it's the Lord that's making them do that.
Yep.
The Lord controls the hearts of the kings, man. You know? It's all Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that prophecies.
True.
So it says here, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, you world order, the Heavenly Father shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Right, while he is eating. In other words, while they're celebrating, look, we finally did it. We finally got our new world order. We finally did it.
We got these people where we want.
We got them right where we want them. We finally did it to them. We finally did it.
Our enterprise is a success.
Right at that very moment, that's when the Most High is going to get their ass, man.
That's right.
And you know it too, Esau, and you know it. Right at that very moment when you're basically salivating and celebrating that, yeah, we finally did it. We shut everything down. We got chaos going on out there in the streets. We got class wars going on with people because they plan on, unleashing another one of those weapons, another one of them bio things out there to make it even worse, to shut things down even more, and to make the people who accept the jump shot go after the people that don't want to take the jump shot. So that way things will get back to normal if everybody will comply with the New World Order and take the jump shot.
And ultimately the MOTB. So the ones who do comply with it are going to try to persecute and go after the ones that don't apply with it. Don't comply with it. There goes your race war, your class war.
That's a race war. That's a class war.
There's going to be chaos out here.
Yep. Basically people fighting to get the little trinkets of the New World Order.
That's right. Right, and that's almost that. As 2 Ezra's 15th chapter and 16th chapter. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Right, talking about the nuclear missile. He shall flee from the iron weapon, but the bow of steel shall strike him through. That's why you're treading kind of light going with what happening with Russia, because Russia has their nuclear capability is actually better than yours and more top notch than America's, and all the countries that support Russia, China, Iran, and these different places. Where do you think they get their technology from? Who do you think they're trading with and getting military technology from? The Russians.
Yeah, Sleepy Joe over there picking shots with China. He just picked shots with Russia. Now he's picking shots with China.
Yeah, got it right there. Yep.
Yeah. There he is right there.
It says
that retard.
Biden. It says here, Biden says U.S.
Let's see.
Yeah, this is just Satan right here.
Okay,
Biden says U.S. would respond militarily if China attacked Taiwan, But White House insists there is no policy change.
Yeah, whatever, man. Look, man, we're in the middle of World War III.
Yep.
All right. And the bankers told that retard what to say. All right. So anyway, it says here, verse 25, it is drawn, talking about the missiles, it is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall.
Right. It's coming out of the silo. It cometh, is drawn, and it cometh out of the body. It cometh out of his gall.
And this prophecy is talking about right now.
Right.
These nations are ready to get down, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Yahushua. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him.
Yeah, a fire not blown shall consume him. That's the nuclear missiles. Because you don't have to, with a typical fire, when you start a fire, you blow oxygen onto the fire, or you take that thing with the wind and you blow air into the fire to make it get bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, with the nuclear missile, you don't have to blow air into it, into the fire to make the fire grow bigger and bigger. No, it don't need that.
It's ready.
It's already ready. Because it's splitting the atom. It's splitting the atom and causing that nuclear reaction. It's not like planting and sparking a piece of chaff wood and blow some air on it to give it oxygen for it to breathe and get bigger. No, I don't need that.
A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
It shall go ill with him that is left that's left in his house. Right?
That's right.
It's going to go ill with them that's left in their house. Go ahead.
Hey, Bishop Slackett, I gotta drop off. So I'm saying shalom.
All right, shalom. We about to end it in a
few. Yeah. The last couple of verses are pretty much done. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from the heavenly Father, and a heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
Yep.
That was the book of Job, the 20th chapter. So Esau, you're finished.
That's right.
And all the prophecies of the Bible is singing right now, man.
Yep. Straight
day
up
by
singing.
day. You know, so brothers, as we always say, first we'll say all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakwadash. Much love. Double honors to the apostles. And brothers, keep watching, man. Keep watching. Keep praying.
Watch as well as pray.
And prophesy. Simple. All right?
Shalom.
Through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Shalom, Akim.
All right.